footprint in it.
I got some footprints. You know, Mike, I don't know. We've had 3 major builds on this thing so far, 3 major pours. And I'm trying to figure out which one was the toughest. You know, each one of them had their own things to deal with. We had height over here, we had depth and the depth of the pit over here. And on this pour, it was just a massive amount of manpower to sandbag this thing out with a couple thousand sandbags and putting in all the iron and then working on top of this iron on top of everything. So anyhow, we're glad this is done for sure. He's talking about a couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're leaving. I was like, man.
No. He's talking about starting the batter boards for the next one.
Okay. It's gonna take because it's so cold.
Yeah, this is probably
a while to cure.
I mean, we may do it tomorrow afternoon or something, but it'd probably be best to wait till next Monday.
I wouldn't wait till Monday.
Same.
It's 25 feet.
Yeah, that's how much higher it's going.
Oh my God.
Hey, Robert.
Well, if you already look how far this.
Still a little wet.
A little bit, yeah. You can see the moisture in it.
Yeah, you can see it. Check it out.
This is gonna.
It's gonna take a while. Oh fuck it.
Yeah, it's gonna take it a while.
Yeah.
We need to leave those swarms up a couple of days.
You might want to call him. Or what do you want?
Morning, Mike.
What's going on?
Talking to you, man.
Another morning, day after the pour.
Oh yeah, I know you can't. I can't hear the phone ring. I mean,
You can feel it.
my phone will ring 15 times out here, and I won't hear it while we're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Earplugs.
Well, when I got here, I left my phone in the truck. I went and looked at everything, and then came back and got it.
All right, man. We are resupplied. I got nails for every nail gun, toe straps, and wired concrete straps or stakes, and gloves. So now we're resupplied, so we're ready to go.
No excuses.
Yeah.
Wrapped up one pour.
No wimpy hands anymore. All right. All right, guys. We got a big day, man. We're gonna go string line the foundation, and we're gonna make it square somehow.
We're gonna do that.
A square house is a good house.
Yeah.
Still pretty green, Robert?
Yeah, it's still we can actually finish it still.
Yeah, it's still super
We
wet.
get through some water, we can actually finish it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's wet.
Well, I didn't put any accelerant into it.
Oh, you did it?
No, because since we weren't gonna finish the foundation,
Yeah.
I was like, we'll just let it cure as slow as possible and let it stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
Only thing I want to do today is I was thinking, why don't we leave all the forms on it? Let's keep setting. But the road, we'll go ahead and take down the support brackets.
Yeah.
And then we'll leave the batter boards up, and that way we can it'll keep it safe and structurally sound. But that way we can drive up and down and do our stuff. Because I've got a lot of stuff I need humped up and down this hill.
Okay.
So we'll take for the Beeville guys while we're setting forms today. All right. I got a bunch of string lines. We're gonna get everything dridded up. I found the property pins on the south side.
Yep.
We'll be able to base off that because that board, it looks really good. I'm just not sure if it's accurate anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're gonna clean all this up for you.
perfect.
And then, but how high are our batter boards gonna come here? 2 feet only?
About 2 feet.
So what we'll do, we'll just form at 2 feet. You know what I mean? That way, when we screen, we can screen off the batter boards. It'll be nice and.
We're gonna here in about 10 minutes. I give him a couple phone calls. We'll keep on cleaning up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll out a set of plans. I'm gonna get everybody around, and we're actually gonna follow some plans this time.
Nice.
You know, we're actually engineered plans. So all this stuff before was we followed the engineering plans, but had to make a lot of modifications because the soil conditions did not match the geotech report, and I had to make modifications to it. And great. Now this stuff is sitting on rock,
Yeah.
and everything is normal. The only little oddity is we're going from rock to, it was sand, now we're going from rock to concrete. So all we gotta do is bag a little bit in there, set the forms up. It's gonna be a traditional foundation build. We're gonna bring in dirt tomorrow. Got almost 60 yards of fill coming, and then we're gonna use the skid steer, roll it out, pack it out, compact it, get the compactors on it. Boards will be up. We'll get the mini, dig the trenches, and then we'll set plastic on it, drop some steel in it, do number 4s on top, probably do a 6 to 8 inch top coat, you know, for the foundation, because I like it thicker than traditional, because it doesn't cost that much more. Hey, that's the motto, right?
Yeah.
A little more concrete, a little more steel. It doesn't cost that much, right, guys? Makes things stronger, and it'll be here forever. So that's why this is going to go. I think this is going to go pretty quick.
Yeah.
Just like I thought that was going to go pretty quick, and that's going to go pretty quick. So this one should go pretty quick, and then we'll be rolling. But yeah, we'll roll with those plans. We'll get into it in detail here in a sec. But cool. I just want to look at the concrete. What? I don't know if you can finish this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you just add a little water.
Throw some water in there.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
You can scratch it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still rough. Okay. All right. Wow. Stable ground.
Yeah.
This is nice. Put the mini in here, and all that stuff that's about to fall.
Oh,
I'm thinking about maybe let's knock that
Let's
off.
just go push it down, yeah.
And the reason for that is because if we are going to make this a wine cellar, if that's unstable, you don't want it falling around.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
So I'm going to take a look at that real quick. But definitely the stuff on the ground.
Yeah.
Those 4 rocks, those
We'll
two
get
big
all
ones.
these, yeah.
Let's grab over there and we can drop it in our rock garden over there.
Okay.
And that's gonna be a great usable rock for something like around the pool or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of
Be
stack
nice,
them.
yeah. Oh, make you a little waterfall with them?
Maybe.
Ooh.
I don't know about waterfalls.
Oh,
we're
come
gonna
on.
have waterfalls.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have a 50-foot waterfall. We don't
forgot,
need this little trickling waterfall.
You're not gonna see
Yeah.
that one though. It's gonna be behind you.
Well, not by the fire pit.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Whatever. Your deal.
We get all this debris cleaned up.
Okay.
And I think, and I'm looking at the lineage, so when you take the Bobcat in here, don't hit that back wall.
No, I'm not.
I know we like beat the hell out of it by breaking it out. Now I'm
Yeah.
like, be careful with it.
It's got a good
Yeah.
face to it right now.
So I'm gonna take a look at it and see if this will break off, and if it will, then we'll knock it off real quick. And then,
Okay.
so if you'll put this
I'm
lumber.
gonna move that crap up. Can I just set it in the middle over there because we're gonna be using it?
Well, here's what's gonna happen. We're bringing in 4 trucks of dirt. I want them to dump it right in the middle.
Okay.
So that lumber. That's why I had everything on the pillar here.
I got you. Okay. I'll put it
No,
right.
I'm just thinking because the form boards. Okay, how about that? That's a great idea. How about we throw it in the middle right now? Just get it out of the way.
Okay.
Off the side, kind of by that little rock over there.
Yep.
We'll bring in the 2x12s, set them on the side. That way, we start forming up. We'll drag from that, and then we'll move it out of the way. So when we dump the dirt, we'll be ready to go.
Okay.
We'll move this out of the way so we can clean it up, and then we'll go from there.
All right, and then I'm gonna put those rebars over
Yeah.
here, the little rebar hooks.
Yeah.
Hook it over here.
You want to turn that thing off, and we'll grab everybody right now since we're all standing here, and we'll just kind of do a quick plans, and that way everybody's on the same page. And so I say it once, and there we go. Let's just start off right here, guys. Gather around close. All right, so we're now on the house plan, right? So we're going to be building off the pool foundation. There's the garage, and here's the house. And so, if y'all noticed, right here, let me get my pen. What we can see is this is that far corner where the pin is. We've been kind of using that yellow stake over there that we painted, and that's going to come. That's one of the pins right here, and it's 6.5 feet off the property line. So we're going to go. There's property pins along here. We're going to set that off the garage because we know that's exactly, because I had it surveyed, it's a 6.5 feet off the property line. We're going to go ahead and run a string line all the way down, and then we're going to run a grid from here across, back, and over. So we're going to do that to make sure everything's nice and square. And what's nice is these pins are now gone, but off the property line we know it's exactly 10'4" and 10'3". And the reason it's 1 inch off is because the property actually is not perfectly rectangle. The property actually starts off at 68 feet wide and goes down to 69 feet, 69 feet, and goes down to like 68. So we are losing a foot as it goes down. All right, so nothing's perfectly square, but we got to square this just perfectly on the property line. And that is because the city has a 5-foot offset, and then you put the 18-inch eaves on your overhang from the roof. That gives you your 6.5 feet of your offset, so it's a perfectly 5-foot offset. So we can't dork that up. So if we're going to dork it up, we need to be off over here, not over here. So because you can't move the house, and once you survey it, the city wants to see that stuff, and they're like, well, you're over the boundary lines, and that's a problem. So we won't screw that up. When we poured the pool foundation, what I did is because the ground was just collapsing on us, the house foundation makes a turn right here at 17'6". Well, we just took it straight across, okay? And that's what we did. And that's the porch, effectively, when you look at the house plans. And we did that because we had to fill it in anyhow. But there's some slope things we're going to be doing when we build the house. I'm going to calculate on the plans exactly how high we come off the pool foundation. The pool foundation, so water levels at 6 feet, add a foot of gunite, that's 7, and then you need some freeboard, and then you can have a little bit of slope right here off the porch. So over 6 feet, I was going to put a 3-inch drop.
Okay.
And so what that is so that if anybody splashes from the pool, it'll roll back towards the pool. Yes. And it's covered with a roof, so you shouldn't get any rainwater from the roof, and there'll be a gutter system. So there doesn't need to be any gutter systems from the pool to the house, in my opinion. So we're setting all that up, and there's going to be that's why we're coming up with these specific elevations. So that's the general layout. So right here, where this little X is, this is where the little wine room is. This little room in here, that's this little jump back, this little section that we're sitting in right now. And so, so it's pretty simple foundation. We went ahead and we over excavated, Boone, I, and Mike, and so we found out we can just go ahead and extend this basement over like this instead of that bump out. The reason it was designed this way because there was so much rock in that corner that we just said, well, let's just save some money by not excavating all this rock. Well, as it turns out, it's better to go ahead and just make it a square room. And so I'll be showing you guys that when we lay it out, but just want to make sure that you understand that that's a little bit of difference from the plans. And structurally above it, it works out even better because above it on the first floor of the house, as you walk in, there's a bunch of rock arches, and they're sitting on this concrete foundation, and that's why it makes this specific shape. And it turns out it's actually better by having it go in a little bit, because the above there's plumbing and things like that it actually works better to have it bump out. So there's this little bump out instead of it just being a complete rectangle on the backside. There's a little bump out, and the reason for this bump out is because it's holding rock arches. Right about where this rock is, there's a pin somewhere on the underground right here. It comes out, it comes over, and then it backs over, and then it follows the line, and there's a pin, I can see it right there. Yeah. Okay, somewhere in there. But we'll do that. And the reason I'm going through this exercise, y'all kind of get a visual perspective of what we're doing, and so that if we get off, you'll see. And then it comes on around, backs around, comes over, and then joins up with the form boards over there. And that is a pretty relatively low piece of foundation we have here. It's about 2 feet tall at the high point, which will be right along there, because it kind of slopes just a little bit on our pad. Over there, it's going to be maybe a foot exposed. Over the pool, it should be about 7 feet. Actually, Boone and I were talking, it's between 7 and 8 feet once I actually get the exact math. But we'll be doing the form boards along there starting tomorrow. So traditional house foundation build. We're going to be bringing in 4 trucks of dirt tomorrow probably, and bringing in with a bobcat, skid steer, packing it, and we'll be getting the vibrator. We'll be wetting it down and getting good compaction on it. Once we get that done, we can dig it with a mini, lay the steel in the middle, and throw plastic over it, and steel, and top. Okay. And for the retaining wall, we're going to go ahead and run that retaining wall along the side of the property, because you see over there, it's nothing but a rock wall, and I think there could be water issues. I think by having that retaining wall along the side will help out quite a bit, structurally and for water seepage.
Are we going to put some draining holes and other shit there? Or no?
Yeah, we are. We'll put the French drain all along there,
Okay.
and this is the next phase of the project. But I'm just kind of telling you because we have to think about when we tie the steel to have all the angles and L's, and I'll talk about steel later at that point. One thing to note, so here's the patio that we're going to build straight across on the patio, and it's going to be under the pool coping anyhow, but it's all part of the house foundation as well now, because it comes straight across, right across through here, right? That's the pool foundation. Then we also have a little porch on the outside, on the side over here, and like I said, there's some differences on slopes and stuff on the overall house pad. the engineer is, you see these little grids right here? What that is we're going to be putting some steel columns on there, some 4x4 by 3/8 steel columns that go up, which is going to be Justin's jam, and we're going to get some the I-beams, and that's going to be a structural I-beams that go across above, and that's going to create a cantilevered porch. Okay, but for foundation purposes, they have the foundation thickened here to 12 inches thick, and they have additional steel grid underneath it. And so anyhow, we just got to pay attention to that when we're doing the. And I've ordered all that material because there's some special foundation materials, ties that go into the concrete, Simpson strong ties that are effectively like hurricane grade type stuff to hold the stuff down. What the engineers made a mistake on, in my opinion, is that on this foundation plan, which is what y'all would typically look at, you have to go to the house plan, and on the house plan they have call outs for the strong ties that go into the foundation. So that should be on this plan, and it's not. So just be aware of it. So you have to look at these plans to make sure that you're seeing what we're talking about, because you have to add that before we pour the concrete. So there's that. I should have been. If you guys have any questions.
Oh, there you go. Hey, don't pull muscle.
Now we gotta take rebar, pull the pins, bring it back probably another 10 feet, restake it, try to keep it all in one piece. We gotta get the excavator and clear all that out.
Your whole life changes, bro. It's never about you once you have that kid.
Yeah, we almost got it all blocked out. We're going to block out the whole pipe, that way it won't be showing. So that's what I've been doing. One of our guys are sick, so I figured I'd just get a head start and go ahead and start hammering it out. So we're going to box this all in. We're going to make one full box coming down. I'm going to have some braces coming through to hold it all up. And since this pipe's going to be in the way, we want to just go ahead and make a nice box around it. That way it looks like it was natural to the house. And then if you look over here, we went ahead, started covering up the garage, tried making room for material. That way next week we can start hanging up sheetrock on this side of the house. We can finish up this wall. And then we can move into this smaller garage, and we can actually start, instead of doing it with 5/8, holding it with our hands, we can actually use a lift and start jacking it up with the lift, and it'll be a lot easier. about got it.
So, I had this brainstorm last week when I was in Colorado. They take the natural stone, like out of the river rock, rounded stones, and they make fireplaces and stuff out of them.
Okay.
So I'm like, here we are, look at this. Here's our natural stone.
Yeah.
What if we were to have the guys collect pieces like this, and we can actually make fireplaces and little walls out of them inside the house interior. We'll clean them off. But I mean, this could be some good looking stuff. And then we're totally sustainable, you know? I mean, like, you just grab a chunk of rock and you wash it off and you get this shiny mica and stuff in it. You know, I mean, it's like, this could be some really cool interior work once you get it all ready.
Definitely.
So that's pretty cool. And then I wanted to show our viewers, this is what the view is when you walk through the front door. So it's hard to see, but those two stakes over there, that's the front door. So right here, you walk through the front door and you come on in and you're standing in the atrium right here. This would be the atrium right here on the edge. And you got rock arches in the house out of limestone, which is relatively inexpensive in Texas to do, all the inexpensive masonry and limestone supplies. You're standing right here and you can look up and look down into the basement, and you're going to be able to look straight over the pool, infinity edge, and this is your view walking through the house. It's a pretty nice way to greet you as you come home. Awesome view of the pool. The thing that everybody's having a hard time visualizing is the top of that rebar is the water edge, and that's where the waterfall is coming off of. So we're looking at the base of the pool. So add another foot of gunite to it and all the drains and stuff it needs for the pool. Then the water starts, and then you have your edge. So you just kind of view everything just kind of falling off into the lake. But obviously we built it so it won't do that. Done, the sub-basement, we're going to start working on the retaining walls to hold back this. Then we'll start tying steel for the pool. So the pool will come into shape while we're doing the retaining walls. And then, so that could, the gunite pour could occur the same, probably, I mean, I'll time it so it's not the exact same time, but the retaining wall, gunite, almost the same time. And then we can start working on pool stuff, and then we'll be forming this foundation up here, which would be pretty cool. And then we can have the wood delivery, and then start going up. The price of wood is come down quite a bit, but it's still up about 200% from a year and a half ago, pre-COVID numbers. Right. But the wholesale numbers come way down. But your suppliers, you know, just big box stores, they've kept the price up because they paid so much for the wood and they can't sell it for a loss, so they're keeping the prices high. Right now in the winter up north, everybody has the ground's frozen, so they don't build, and so lumber prices typically come down in December, January. So I'm hoping to get a sweet deal January, February. Go ahead and pre-order all that lumber because I need 6,000 square foot of house for lumber, and it's going to be expensive. But I'm estimating, because we bought that lumber at the peak price of the garage, the garage lumber could be the exact same price as the house lumber.
Right.
And so
it's 4,000 less square feet.
Yeah, so. Ish. If you would run inside and open that window. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the string line on the face of the house. Okay. Which is exactly the face of the other house. We should have a perfect string line on this. Now I've got this offset. This house is 6'2". Okay. We're setting it at 6'8", just for a little 3-inch safety net. Gotcha. So we don't get close to overhanging it, because this is perfectly on the line. When the surveyors set this house, it was great. The problem with the surveyors right now, they take 3 to 4 months to come out to property. Yeah. And so I don't want to wait 3 or 4 months for them to set batter boards. So we're just doing it the best we can and saving a few inches so that we can make sure we're away from the property line. But if you cop up in there,
which window am I?
Just the first one right here. Okay. If you open the window, we can kind of, well, I get the second one is already open, but it doesn't matter. Okay. We do have stairs. Don't need no stairs. Oh, so we started pulling the boards off, and like all good civil engineers would tell you, you're supposed to wait multiple days, but it was only a foot thick, and so we started pulling it off, and the concrete is still so green because it was cool all day yesterday and last night, and so the concrete's very green and it's still soft. So we're just going to leave those those batter boards on it and let it cure for probably 2 days.
Yes, sir.
And let it get really strong. So the longer the concrete takes to cure, the stronger it is. So it's perfect. So we'll have an extra strong foundation for the pool.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, right now we got the string line that's set. We just took the measurement from the survey stake, and we're within a ½ inch from the survey from across the pool, which is perfect at 50 feet exactly. And now we're going to run this off the survey stake. We're going to run it back and set this batter board line. So I suppose we can go ahead and take this out.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess might as well, because we're going to go with the lower batter boards.
I got it, boss.
Yes, sir. Did you play football in high school?
Oh, all right.
Those are in there good. You can use them. Oh, never mind. Boone's gonna get his hammer drill because it's all rock, and that way we can drill in the exact corner. While he's doing that, I'm gonna go grab the plans and get the measurement, and then we'll build it. So when I measure it, guys, you guys want me to do front of batter boards or back of batter boards?
Front.
Front? Okay. We'll do that. Man, it's cold in the shadows, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I can take a measure. I gotta get the
2x4?
measurement.
What size?
Get a long 2x4.
Yep.
We'll put our,
Perfect.
we'll mark it.
Yep.
Do the markings. The straight way has to be straight.
Dude, you're upper management material.
Yeah. I'll take real leadership.
We need yeah, it's more than 8, isn't it?
2x4.
Do we need a 16?
Good eyes, wait out. Look, bro. We're gonna put it right here. Just, where's it going?
That's taller enough.
Where do we have it?
What?
So, put it on the other side.
Yeah.
That's right. That way. Put this level right here. Make sure it's nice and level.
Pretty level right there.
Okay.
I need the plans to do that.
All right, Chris, you're up 3 inches.
What?
Wait a minute, I see where you went with that. I don't think Chris quite caught it.
Boom! Good tune. Still thinking about that one.
You still thinking? All right, so
Smoke.
here goes the rebar. Y'all catch it. Watch out.
Good catch.
Yeah. So here's our plumb line.
Throw it up.
What's up? Throw what up? The line? It might have been. We have to go look. You're pretty good, dude. Yeah, I would say it's pretty solid. So, but we gotta move it over 3 inches.
3 inches, yeah. We'll just
But before we set that,
okay.
we gotta get this distance yet. That may not be corner.
No, I was just trying. I was
Yeah.
just getting my. Just the. Okay.
Okay. All right, plans. So we have to add a foot on for the thickness of the retaining wall. It is exactly 35.2. We add a foot for the retaining wall. Okay, so it's going to be 36.2 inches off of that, and that's perfect. Actually, no, we have to add this on. Y'all supposed to. That's why I show you all this stuff. So y'all couldn't correct me. Okay, that is 6'4". So who's got the middle math? 35.2. 2 plus 6'4" plus 1, right? So 35 plus 7 is 42, public math, right?
42.6.
42.6. Yeah. Y'all back me up on this.
Yeah. 42 feet. 6
42 foot 6 inches is this point in space. All right, let's do it. You wanted 3 inches? Yeah. Guys, that's fucking government work right there.
So that's exactly 3 inches. Is on
right there.
on
Yeah,
that edge.
if we could put the nail in right there, this way, at the top, somebody hold it. Here, at 7'10" up, and then we'll tie the string line at 7'10", and we'll run it this way, and that's our height and level. Back to your stake.
Hey, Mike, this is a job for you.
Yeah, Mike. We hired you for string lines, man.
If we put the nail on this side and then just wrap it around the back of it.
Okay, whatever you want.
It'll follow that exact line.
Nice. So just put a nail in right there at your mark.
Yeah, right
Mike.
at the mark.
Now don't kill the board. It's weak up there.
I'll hold it for you.
Now who's got a nail? Oh, hold it, Chris.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Hold it, dude.
With 2 hands or 1 hand?
I don't care.
You got a sledgehammer up there?
Hey, Mike hits hard. You got hurt.
Not too hard, Mike. Not too hard.
You gotta push your pressure against it, Chris. All right, good enough.
Now I say we need to put a string up along that, and that'll give us our height.
I know. So where's level, guys?
Go down just a little bit. Boone. Looking good, boys. Looking good. I like it.
Chris, you are upper management material, dude. Every time I see you, man, you're directing, giving re-encouragement.
You need a marker?
Yep.
Nice.
Damn.
All right, there's floor, guys.
There it is. It's a little higher than what you thought at the beginning.
Well, we kept digging on this rock because it was only 6 inches above it, and I guess we knocked it down far enough.
Well, remember when we said that we gained a foot down there
Yeah.
at the beginning?
We've been
Gaining a foot all the way up to here.
So that's perfect for setting our batter boards because now we have, instead of it being a 6-inch beam, right there the beam is going to be what, 13, 14 inches?
Well, okay, so there's a this one's bigger, but there's a method to measure to get square on a foundation, and it's 345. But there's also, I mean, it grows. So the bigger the foundation, the bigger the numbers are going to be. And I just can't ever remember what it is after that. I'll find it out. Just a second here. 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so it could go 6, 8, 10, or 9, 12, 15, 12, 16, 20, or even 15, 20, 25, and I'm sure it grows exponentially from there. But yeah. So it's 6, 8, 10 would be.
Yeah. So what you're saying is measure and make the 45-degree angles.
This right here.
Yeah.
So from 6 feet right here.
Yeah.
We'll put a mark. So we'll just say.
You gonna paint?
That little rock, we could, but I don't think it's really necessary. Then we'll take it and go 8 on this side. Watch out. We're coming through, and we're gonna put it on that string line running in that direction. So this is our point. So 10 feet with, cross.
Yeah, so you're coming this way, right?
Yeah. So that's pretty close.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about we just get our big L, and we'll use it as a starting point. And then we'll go over there and we'll start taking measurements. Okay?
Pretty close.
Is it in there good?
No, I gotta hit it more.
Okay.
Hit it more.
Because we're gonna
hold it. Yeah. Grab it. Watch it. Maybe put your hand down. Another one.
That's all right. Driver in, dude. We'll get over.
Oh, all this was that dirt.
Yeah.
It's all that dirt y'all brought in.
Yeah. And it's looking almost perfect. I mean, for us doing this with string lines and the topography, hitting everything within half an inch is pretty darn good. I'll take half an inch accuracy. It's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yep. Awesome. You want to help me out with the string line?
Yeah.
Gotta save nature, man.
How did you see those?
Hope they're not poisonous. Poisonous Texas frogs?
Probably right there. See that? Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Well,
Inch and a half. Right there. Like in the middle of this, right? In the middle of the.
Okay. I got it.
Right there. Put it
Right
up,
there,
right
yeah.
there.
We're gonna base it on the measurements perfectly, but that foundation will report it is an inch short.
Okay.
So we'll overhang it. Hey, Boone, Mike, since you're here. All right, so the measurement we just took, it overhangs the slab there by about an inch. So when we set the form boards right here, they're gonna be exactly 50 and exactly 42 foot 6.
Okay.
Okay. So we may have to overhang an inch there, and we'll cover that up with, you know, with the rock log right there. Okay. Okay. Make sense?
We're here. We measured. So that's this ways.
So 42.6 from there to here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. And from the edge of the concrete, like we're running from the outside of here.
Of course, the concrete, Doug, has.
This is
boards
actually
upon it,
a
has
little
to be
bit over, so this is probably, you know,
Yeah.
that would be where you
Yeah.
want it.
All right.
We're not really.
From that one to that one, at the same point, what is the distance? Same? Is it 42.6?
It's supposed to be 42.6 back there, right, Doug?
Is that 42.6?
From there to there?
From that point?
It's 42.6 this direction.
Okay.
And then it's 42.6 this way, 50 feet across. Hey, Big Mike, you want to stand here and hold that up there? And I'll measure it over there. Okay. I'll tell you when. We're not quite ready. All right, you ready? It's exactly 50. You want to do it over here, Mike? It's exactly 50.
They're too heavy to carry two together.
Perfect.
When you start making them, they're too heavy.
It's equidistant. Well, we can measure that one, but that corner post is not set on the corner.
Okay, that was my question. Okay, that's not, yeah.
So this line here is not where the forms are going to run. It's going to come into that pin, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Only, we're setting the boards here, and this is just to make sure we're square, which we are now. Yeah, that line has got to, that post, you got to set another post in,
So
and that would square it up.
So from that pin, where that post is.
Yeah,
to
when they set the
pin,
batter
not
boards.
Not the board, but the pin is 42.
Yeah, remember, we came in 3 inches off the pin, so we can make the 4 foot, the 6.5 feet off the property line. Because that pin is set at 6'2", so we came in 3 inches, and that's what we're setting it on. And that pin this way is exactly what the 42.6 is set on. Yeah. Got it? All right.
Straight on the line at 20 feet.
Yeah, not 19.6, 20 feet.
19.4?
No, this is at 20.
This is at 20, it's not at 19.4. 19.4 is over here. Huh. So if we put it at 19.4, it looks like
that.
This.
Huh. Yeah, okay. Put it at 19.4?
Not exactly right there.
Well, that ain't square. The 20 foot square. 20 foot is square.
Do you think maybe we're off on our batter boards on this side from that top because of?
No, I've measured it from property line. It's perfect.
Yeah, no, it still needs to go that way. So more.
Are the measurements calling for 19.4 or?
Yeah, that's right.
Because remember, this is 2 inches off of the ring.
Yeah, yeah. But we've measured everything off the ring. So.
Yeah, as long as it's consistent.
Consistently wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Consistently wrong is.
It's wrong.
All right. Well, I'm getting fed up with this, so let's go do some scuba diving and get that thing done.
Let's dive.
When it's 80-degree water, it's still
Yeah.
working like crazy.
I agree with you. Let's go on the platform dock here. I got something.
Yep.
All right. You know, I bet it's going to be warmer in the water than it is out here.
It should be in the 60s, high 60s.
By the strap. Emergency light test, you just pull the string and it looks like
It does help if I hook it up. That's why you test your equipment. Right.
I give you props.
Okay.
Strap in?
Yeah, I got it.
I need your hat.
Yeah. I'm gonna come back for that hat.
Okay, I hope so.
So it's right there, right?
Yeah, let's follow the hose down. The hose that's hooked up to a forklift. Where the handle's on it.
All right. I feel like a rescue diver right now.
Dude, go. Yeah, there's a drowning baby in there, Doug. Go get her.
Yeah. The problem is I haven't shaved to be cool. Now the mask is not making a complete seal.
Oh, damn. Oh, aren't you supposed to put some spit on your lens so it doesn't fall?
Yeah. All right. So it's just in mud, right?
Yeah, it's pretty soft. It feels soft.
As far as I know, we can't see.
So does that thing push out a lot of air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't be able to see anything.
It makes mud?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Got him. And yeah, I wanted to get that cable because it's skinnier. That strap's going to be kind of hard to get through.
How big is that handle?
It's about this wide. Oh, it's this big. It's on both sides, and then there's one on the top.
Right.
But I bet you it's in upside down because it's heavier on the top. So just reach. If you see the hole, just go for the sides. There'll be a handle on each side that you can get to.
All right. They're coming back with a shovel?
Go to the trailer.
Okay. All right.
Or you can just put the clevis through it. You're gonna have to wait like 20 minutes for Mike to get back down here though. It's gonna be a minute.
Hey, get that thing ready, please.
It's ready.
Dude, it's like 4 feet down in the mud.
Are you serious?
It's not even like a foot. It's like I'm digging and digging and digging. I'm like, oh my god, it's deep. Wow.
Damn.
All right.
Are you gonna take this with you? Because we have it hooked up to a piece of rebar so that we could do it from here on a
Yeah, well, just fire it up quick. Fire that generator up.
Yeah.
Air compressor up. Get it going. Get some air going. And get some air pressure because I'm like digging and digging and digging.
Okay. Do you want to use it then, or do you want me to try to do it?
No, I do it.
Okay.
It's actually not that cold. I don't know, dude. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, crank it up. Okay, I'm gonna go down there and hold it where it needs to go, and then crank it all the way up. Okay, you got it? But give me 10 seconds to get down there.
Hold on. That was insane.
That's disorienting. All right, let's try this again. It works great though. It's moving stuff. Okay. Hang
I think the strap is better.
He's amazing.
All right. There's a tab sticking up, a metal tab, and it's like there's like a little hole in it, like a 1/4 inch hole.
Okay.
What is that?
That would be where the sleeve bolts in, probably.
All right.
So it's upside down.
So
Okay.
about the rebar, though, if you could see the angle of it, if the bolts are like this, though.
So
He's saying that there's a metal tab with a 1/4 inch hole in it.
That's what I'm saying. If the tabs are like this,
Yeah.
whichever the things are gonna be on this side.
it seems like it's down. The hose is on the down side of it, like this. The problem is I'm about 3 feet down in the mud.
Yeah.
It's nothing is gonna pull that thing through that mud. Like
It's gonna be like 10,000 pounds.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something really, really
it's got to be
powerful.
like a very strong bolt. Yeah, I can't think of anything that would be that strong. What about this cable?
Let me see it. What is it?
That's possible.
Yeah, that might do it. That might do it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to cut it with the torch real quick. Is it still?
Yeah. Ready? All right. So you lean down so I get down there. Okay.
There should be a freaking clutch on that just lets it
I know,
completely
right?
loose.
But it didn't set up that way, apparently.
What's up? You got it hooked?
Yeah. Okay, now stop. Just hold. Stop. I'm gonna go see if it's coming up. Maybe I can grab onto something else. Maybe or that strap. I can get the I can get around the handle now.
Okay. Will that go through it?
Let me see it.
Or should you just
Give me the other end.
Yeah.
All right, it's through the handle. So whatever you want to do with this, I'm hooking on.
Awesome.
Got it?
Got it.
All right. So now, if you're just gonna clevis it, put it around that thing, you lift it straight up.
Yeah. Look at that. All right. Where'd it go?
All right. Awesome. Never a dull moment here, let me tell you. I always want to do a little Arctic diving certification in Texas. So what do you say? 49 degrees out, water's about 52. That wetsuit is kind of like just keep you warm while you're water skiing. It's not made for that, but hey man, we got almost a $4,000 rig out of the mud, I was down in there at the surface level. It was sunk down 3 feet in the mud. So we had to blow it out with the air. We could reach down there, I could get my hand around it. Luckily I found that little tab, hooked it and pulled it out. That's awesome. So I love it when things work out, when a plan comes together.